got? About eight Dragons here with us right
Yeah,
now.
I think they're seniors, from what I understand.
Well, not quite all of them.
Oh,
senior.
okay. But they do have 8 seniors, and I guess not all of them came. But
Right. So let's go ahead and, guys, if you would, just go ahead and introduce yourself and just pass it down the line and tell us what class you're in.
Hi, my name is Jackson Garner, and I'm a senior here at Clinton.
My name's Trace Thackerson. I'm a senior here at Clinton.
I'm Lane Harrison. I'm also a senior at Clinton.
Jeremiah Blavel, also a senior.
Rashawn Bright, also a senior.
Tegan Bollinger, freshman.
I'm Ethan Lettner. I'm also a senior.
Barrett Maddox. I'm a junior.
Okay. Lane, where's Tyler Morgan at tonight?
They're on their way. They just got out of church.
Oh, okay. That's a good excuse, I guess.
one of the better excuses.
Well, let's start back here with Rashawn Bright. Guys, I'm going to ask y'all the same question. Just talk about, just describe your feelings, your emotions on qualifying for the state tournament.
Well, my emotions, I don't even know what to say, really. Like, it's just surprising, really, because me living in Clinton my whole life, like, this never really happens. And, like, it's just a good experience.
Jeremiah?
I don't have no emotions either. I'm just happy to be here right now, and happy to go to Clinton.
Tegan?
It's a great experience for me being a young guy to learn from these older guys, and I think it's going to be a great ride.
Jackson?
Well, knowing that Clinton hasn't been to the state tournament since 2004, I'm just super excited that that we are going to Murfreesboro, and I just can't wait to play.
I'm just really happy to make it this far, just to be with these guys ever since we've been so young, and just we've worked so hard for this moment.
I mean, just like he was saying, we've been playing together since we were all 5 or 6 years old, so having this moment's really been great for all of us, and we're all excited to go.
I'm definitely happy about it. I mean, it's something we've talked about ever since we came into high school, and we've worked hard for it ever since summer camp, and we knew that we had one goal, and now we're finally getting there, so I'm definitely happy about it.
Yeah.
He's got eight on.
I'm happy for these boys. It's been a fun ride with them. And, hopefully win this.
And the Clinton Dragons, Walter, are qualifying for the Class AAA state tournament with the win over Volunteer the other night, 78-74. It's the Dragons' first trip to the state tournament since 2004.
And Garner had a fabulous game in that one, 45 points, and what a well of a game for him.
45 points and went over 2,000 points in his career.
He certainly did, and you've got, 8 players that have been playing together, I understand, since 6th grade, and they all feel like brothers and are very glad to get this opportunity.
Exactly, and the Dragons will be playing next Wednesday. They have a tough draw. Of course, their opponent, Jackson Southside, they have a tough draw too, drawing the Dragons of Clinton 28-4. Jackson Southside 23-3, so that's a big time matchup there in the opening round.
And I've heard of Jackson Southside quite a bit over the years, and Dragons have done some good things.
And Clinton and Jackson Southside will be playing, as I mentioned, next Wednesday morning. That will be 11 o'clock Eastern time and 10 o'clock Central. So it'll be the first game of the day at the Murphy Center on the campus, Middle Tennessee State University, and it's just really exciting. You know, anytime you can qualify for the state, and somebody told me earlier tonight, no matter the outcome, you don't owe anybody an apology. You know, when you make it down to Murfreesboro to play for the state championship, you don't owe anybody anything.
You're in the elite class and only 4 losses on the year, didn't lose at home, and played a pretty tough schedule all the way around, and beat some teams 3 and 4 times during the year to get here.
Right there you see the brackets that were released just after the sub-state game on Monday, as Greenville, the defending Class AA state champions, moved up to Class AAA, and they will be taking on Jackson Northside, who defeated Jackson Southside in their region final. So it was sort of an upset. Southside had beat Northside 3 times already this season, and Northside was able to get the upset win over Jackson Southside in overtime. Looking down the rest of the bracket, you have Stone Memorial, the Panthers out of Crossfield, making the state tournament appearance. And come on up, Coach.
Sorry. Had to get a couple of things done there before I headed out. How we doing?
Good.
Doing good.
We're joined by the head coach
Hey, Coach.
of the Dragons, Chris Lockard. And Chris, we're just going over the bracket here a little bit. Got a big time draw that first matchup.
Yeah, they're a good team. We've watched some film already. They're experienced. They've got good guard play, good inside play. So we got our hands full. It's a really good team. So, but I think the guys will be ready for it. I really do.
Right, that's what I was telling Walter. I said, Southside, they've got a tough opponent to deal with too in the Clinton Dragons, 28-4.
Well, that's what we hope. That's the mindset we have right now. Any team down there at this time of year, all the teams there are very capable of winning any game there. It's about playing your best basketball and finding your best advantage, and so that's something that we're working on right now.
And we're visiting with the head coach of the Clinton Dragons, Chris Lockard. And Coach Lockard in his 22nd season with the Dragons. And as we mentioned at the first of the show, y'all qualified for the state tournament first time since 2004. And just a very special night there on Monday night with the win over Volunteer to advance to the state tournament. And I know it was an emotional night for you. And you shared it with the fans there at the Donnie Dome, and if you could, just go ahead and share some of those feelings with everyone out there watching tonight, and just how special the night was.
It was, for me, and like I said after the game too, I guess I was talking with Jim Harris or Matt Hagan one. For me, I've grown up in Clinton, grew up in that gym, been to more ball games than I can even remember there, and now as the coach, and making that trip once with Dad to the state tournament as his assistant, and then one time as the head coach, I know how special that is, and we've been to quite a few sub-state games, and we've came up empty a few times, but with these guys, when they grew up coming to the basketball camps, Dad was there, so they've grown up being around him and knowing that, and it was just a good season for us, and it just a lot of emotions sort of flowed in, so it is exciting, and it's hard to explain unless you've really been part of it and been there. Day in and day out, the stuff that Dad and I did there as father-son before I played for him, then as a player, then as I came back as a fan for a few years while I was finishing school, and then came back as a coach. And those 4 years those were special. We worked really well together, and I was lucky to get that time, and I think it really helped me grow as a coach and learn some things. And just like this staff that I have now, and the guys with us, Matt Housley and Troy Thackerson and Casey Daugherty and Darren Scarborough, they're all wonderful assistants. They all bring something special to the table, and Matt Housley is an outstanding study. He and I are very similar as far as how we study the game, and so we work really well together. And
Former coach at
Campbell County. Yeah, we're lucky to get him, and he does a great job for us. But it was we were all really excited. We were happy for the boys. We were happy for the town. Clinton's a special place. Obviously for me and us. But as you get older and you look and see how many fans came out and how they pour out the encouragement and stick around to watch you celebrate and celebrate right alongside with you. And as I climbed up that ladder, it just sort of hit me. So I asked Hammock to shut the music off for a minute and wanted to thank everybody from myself and the coaches and the team for their support. And then it got a little bit choked up for me, but I just wanted to cut a piece of that net down for Dad, and I did. And, so it just a really fun night. So it's we've broken this tournament up into small segments, and the boys really did a good job with that. We set 5 goals for ourselves. The first one being the regular season district champion, the second one being the district tournament champion, the third one being the region tournament champion, and the fourth one being a sub-state champ with the opportunity to go to the state. And obviously our 5th goal is to win that down there. I think I'm about 3 wins away from 400, so it would be really good to get those 3 down there. It'd be a nice way to go.
Didn't realize, I knew you were over 300, but I didn't know you was that close to 400. So
Yeah.
Wow, that would be really
That would be something.
Yes.
Be 2 good goals to get at once.
But the Clinton Dragons will be making their 5th state tournament appearance in school history. They went in 1949, 1956, 1997, 2004, and just the other night this year, 2022. And Walter, you know this guy?
Oh, very well. I've actually known him since he was a toddler.
I was going to say little bitty. I was little bitty.
Walter Stair, the former voice of the Clinton Dragons, along with Charlie Phillips. And Walter, just share some of your memories doing the play-by-play for the Dragons and maybe calling some Chris's games. And certainly his dad.
It was just amazing. Your dad had such a great strategy as a coach. He's a student of the game, and he would do more with less talent and beat teams that had all those great athletes.
Yeah, and Coach Housley and I had this discussion. When Dad was coaching, for most of the time that he coached, coaches back then didn't have film. They had to work off their memory and what notes they took after the game, which makes it even more amazing as some of the coaching jobs that you saw back then. For us now, you get 7, 8, 9 films. You study what they do and learn the personnel. But that was something that I think you look back at some of the great coaches, and obviously I've always thought Dad was a great teacher of the game and a great manipulator during the game. He made great adjustments, and I think that was something that separated the good coaches from the great coaches. And obviously I'm a little biased, but if you go back and think about what he did and how he did things, it was really, I guess in his words, unbelievable.
Very true. One other thing, there was one of his contemporaries, Coach Lynn Sexton. He did something at the Clinton gym that I was telling him on the way in. He actually, at halftime or before the game, presented Coach Lynn Sexton at his last go-through as head coach at Farragut a plaque for 29 years of great service as a coach, and that was one of his arch rivals over all those years.
Oh, yeah, and he and Coach Sexton, which Coach Sexton's always been really good to me too. And growing up and knowing that rivalry, as soon as they stepped off the rectangle, they were best of friends and had great respect for each other on the court. And I have probably 15 different handwritten letters that Coach Sexton had written to me when I first started coaching, and I keep them real close and dear to me. But the coaching respect that you saw then, and it's still here today. I think now more days it's out on social media more than it is in front of one another. And sort of like Coach Lee Henson at Carnes, the first year after we lost Dad, he had T-shirts made for our team and his team to warm up in. Those kind of gestures go a long way. The same way when we went with Rodney Woods up in Wayne County, one of my other favorite coaches of all time, one of the best coaches you've ever been around. We went up there and we presented him with a plaque, and so it's those are the kind of memories you want to hold on to and the things that you really enjoy. But I think the biggest thing is, as the years go on, when your former players still want to communicate and talk. I spent half the night the other night talking to former players, whether through text or on phone, and then that's what it's about. This isn't college. We're not making multi-million dollars. I mean, we're barely making a living. We're doing this because we love it and we love teaching it, and we love watching the kids turn into young men. We like to watch them grow as players, and I think that's why you see people like myself stay in it for so long, if that's your true passion and love about the game.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, before we take our first break of the night, just go ahead and touch on the fan support this year. Just amazing. I don't think I've seen anything like it over the years. I've seen some big crowds there, but that Oak Ridge crowd, the home game, and then during the region
it's
games
been
and sub-state, all year long, really.
Yeah, it's all year. First and foremost, our student section. I've got pictures back in '04 where our students would take over half the gym, and this group of guys and girls that we have in our student section right now might be louder than they were. They're incredible. I love having them behind the bench because we interact during the game, but the community support from the people that live and work and reside here in Clinton, man, it's
unbelievable.
It is. It's hard to explain. We've had some great crowds, and you expect good crowds for Clinton, Oak Ridge, Clinton, Anderson County, but we had good crowds every single ball game. Now we do have a fun show to present because this team is extremely fun to watch. Mm-hmm. But the outpouring of support and the people that we've had coming is, I'm amazed every night I walk out of that tunnel onto the floor and I'm thinking, my goodness, it's jam-packed in here. So I was talking with Sheriff Barker and Deal the other day on text or social media, and they were talking about it was a little bit warm in there. I said, well, I don't know. I was thinking about getting some space heaters and putting them under the bleachers because I kept feeling a little breeze on the floor. So
it's supposed to be hot.
It's a gym.
Dragon den.
Yeah, we like it warm in there.
Yeah, you've always turned up the heat.
Just occasionally.
Just a little bit. And, right. That's an advantage playing at home in the Donnie Dome, and it's certainly a special place. One of the best venues, I think, in high school basketball around, just to enjoy a basketball game.
I love it. It's it gets so loud and
crowd.
Yeah, the crowd's right there on you. It's
I know when Walter was calling games, the bleachers sort of pushed back a little bit back, but now I think
right on top of you.
Yeah, back I think it was maybe the '97 season back that team back in that era. I think that's when the bleachers sort of pushed them in.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's I love it. I couldn't ask for it. It's those kind of venues are exciting for me. It's sort of like the Wildcat Arena. It's a beautiful facility, an unbelievable place, and fun and nice. But boy, it's hard to beat that old gym. Boy, it's hot.
Oh, yeah.
and people right there on top of you, and you couldn't walk up and down the sideline. And that's the kind of venues that I like. I think that's what high school basketball should be like.
All right, we're going to take our first break of the night. We'll be back to visit with the Clinton Dragons that are here with us tonight, and also with head coach Chris Locker. So stick around. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
Obviously, I've been in front of a lot of judges, many judges. There's some bad ones, there's some average ones, there's some good ones. Judge Layton is an excellent judge. I'm here because I have great concern for the judiciary in Anderson County. We have a good judge. It's important that we keep a good judge. The people of Anderson County deserve a good judge, and you have one.
I'm Don Layton, General Sessions Judge. I ask for your vote and support in the May 3rd Republican primary.
Alexander Guesthouse Senior Living is Oak Ridge's secret to senior care. Our all-inclusive assisted living and memory care offers 24-hour care, medication management, laundry services, housekeeping services, and assistance with activities of daily living. At Alexander, we treat your loved ones like our loved ones. Our Jackson Suites are $2,000 a month. To schedule a tour, give us a call at 865-294-5489. Alexander Guesthouse, Oak Ridge's secret to senior care.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
At Earl Duff Subaru, providing exceptional customer service is what we do best, and we've got the awards to prove it. We've been recognized as Tennessee's only 9-time winner of the Love Promise Customer Commitment Award. And again this year, we also earned the Love Promise Community Commitment Award given for enhancing the areas we serve. At Earl Duff Subaru, we're more than just a car lot. We're a retailer you can love and one that gives back to local causes. Check out our reviews and come to Earl Duff Subaru.
Take I-40 to exit 356 to our brand new location on Gallaher Road in Kingston, or see our online specials at duffsubaru.com.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
Roger Miller is a conservative and lifetime resident of Anderson County who has served as Sessions Judge since 2014. Judge Miller has adjudicated more than 30,000 cases, both civil and criminal, over the past 7 years. Roger is a graduate of Clinton High School, and he volunteers time coaching youth sports and serving as an instructor. A paramedic for 12 years, Roger worked saving lives at the Anderson County EMS, MedFlight 5, and Methodist Medical Center. In 2022, let's re-elect Roger Miller, General Sessions Judge.
All right, welcome back to the Locker Room Chat. We got a house full of Dragons, and wouldn't ask for anything else, Coach Locker. And I don't know where to begin with this team. It's they're 28-4, and it's not only just their record, it's just and all the records they set this year, and it's just the team. It's just they've been together for I don't know how long, and all Dragon fans out there, they've seen this coming, and I know I did, and watched them play in middle school, and they've been playing since elementary. And just talk about this team before you meet these guys.
Well, I think the biggest thing is the chemistry that they have together. The majority of these guys played from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, and some of them even younger. They've always played together and really sort of always been together. We've added a couple of additions, and to tell you how strong their chemistry was, they welcomed new additions and added to that and made it stronger. The bond that they have, it is a little different. You go back to some of the teams that that I've had, and even Dad and I had the '97 team had 6, 7 seniors, and and then
just a couple years ago.
We've had some teams that way, but and they do have great chemistry. But this team has just a little something different, and it's hard to really put your finger on. But yeah, it's fun to watch.
I think we got a call, Harris. Let's go ahead and take it. Yeah, we got some earbuds there, Chris.
Oh. Which ones you want? Any of them?
I think
Doesn't matter.
One of them's working. I'm not sure. Go ahead, caller. You're on the locker room chat.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you know who I am?
No, I don't. I can't.
Yes, you do. This is Justin.
Oh, Justin.
Oh, Justin. Hey, Justin Elliott.
Yes,
He used to
sir.
be one of your film guys.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Is
Thank
Coach
you.
there?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing, son? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Hey, I just want to say, I mean, I was with you whenever you went there in 04.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you, buddy, I'm so happy, and it's been a great time, buddy. Absolutely. I'm so proud of you all, and me and John's talked to a lot of schools, and it's been a long ride. Been a long ride.
It has, yeah. We had some really good times. We had a good team back then too. We had some good teams back then as well, and it's
yes, sir.
It's fun, and yeah, those are some of my funnest times. We had some good times through then, and it was and I'm hoping that we can make some more memories like we did then with this bunch we got right now.
I'm telling you, buddy. I just want to let you know I'm so happy for you all. I'm proud of you. I'm proud to be a Dragon, and the good times, it just keeps on going on, buddy.
Well, we appreciate it. We sure do, and it's good to talk to you.
Hey, just keep on doing your thing, buddy.
You know we're going to try.
Hey, I know you will, buddy.
All right.
We had some good times, like you said.
Yeah, we did. I sure appreciate it.
Thank you for calling in, Justin.
Hey, John, I'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
All right, buddy.
All right, we'll see
Thank
you.
See you.
And Justin Elliott, one of your film guys, worked with the Wesley Sprouse. And,
yeah, he did. He was good.
I remember him. He's got a big beard now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. We got another call coming in here. Let's see, we got phone lines lighting up. Line 2. Which line goes first, Chandler? Line 1? All right. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air with Coach Lockard.
Turn up the heat, Coach. Turn up the heat.
Turn up the heat.
If they'd let me down there, Mayor, I sure would. If they'd give me a hand on that controller, I would.
I know. I'll see if I can find it when we get down there.
That'd help us, make us feel a little bit more at home.
Hey, I just wanted to call in and tell you how great the town of Clinton thinks this team is. These boys have grown up, and they're playing great ball right now. I know we got a tough team to play down there, but we got the tough team to play with them. So let's just go down there, take on Jackson Southside, bring a win home.
That's what the plan is. We're going to try to. I can promise you that.
And what do you say, Win?
Hey.
What do you say?
And-
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, go Dragons.
That's right.
Hey, and by the way, I get to keep score while I'm down there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do. He does.
Yeah, you do a great job.
All right, I'll let you go. I'll let somebody else talk. But, man, I'm so proud of these young guys and our coaches and our community. We're elated. So, go Dragons.
Appreciate it, Mayor.
Thank you for calling in, Wimp. And told Wimp the other night, he said he can't do that cheer no more. He said he might get a technical.
Yeah.
He's official scorer, so
Yeah, he couldn't do it
well, you
anymore.
better not do that. So we got another call here real quick. Let's grab it. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air with Coach Chris Lockard.
Yeah,
Great job Monday night, and the Dragons, and I really hope we win.
We appreciate it, Anthony. I sure appreciate it, buddy. We'll do the best we can down there.
Love
It's Anthony,
Bye.
one of the biggest fans out there. And thank you for calling in, Anthony. And let's go ahead and talk to Tyler Morgan. Tyler just came in, and Tyler, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone what position you play and what grade you're in.
My name's Tyler Morgan. I'm our center, our small center. I'm a senior this year.
Okay, and Tyler, you have any hobbies away from the basketball court?
Not really. I mean, I really just work whenever I'm not playing basketball. I like to do a little bit of fishing here and there.
Okay. Describe your feelings on going to the state tournament the other night, cutting down the nets.
Very excited. I was very nervous that whole entire time. I had my stomach's rolling in knots, but I'm beyond just proud of this whole entire group. Just be a part of it. I'm thrilled.
Mm-hmm. Walter?
Tell us about, let's see, your favorite basketball team other than the Dragons, whether it be college or pro or whatever.
I don't really watch too much. I love watching Tennessee though. That's really about it.
That's always good.
Smart.
Tyler,
Good answer.
Tyler, you're a senior. What was your plans on graduation?
I'm going to go to Pellissippi for my first 2 years for mechanical engineering, and then I'm going to switch over to tech, and then hopefully get on at Y12 if I can.
Okay. And what's some of the memories you're going to take away from being a Dragon?
Mainly, really the atmosphere, and have this whole group with me. And it's going to be lifelong friendships that I'll never forget.
And what's it like to play for Coach Lockard?
It's something. Yeah, it's something. He's an awesome guy. He's a great coach. He's a little crazy here and there. He likes to slap people before games, but besides that, it's fun.
Okay. Tyler, Chris, go ahead and talk a little bit about Tyler.
You know, Tyler is a cut from a different cloth sometimes. He's been the glue to this group for a long time. He does things that sometimes you can't get players to do, whether it's the 50-50 play, the ball on the floor. That was the first cut that Coach Housley and I saw off the film the other night. Ball's loose on the floor. He's the first one down to go get it. That his will to win is proven by those little things that he does. He's so unselfish. He's worried about how we play as a unit, how we play as a team, and he's one of the best kids, if not the best kid that I've ever had in our program. He's all the boys that we have are wonderful boys, but he's a unique and special young man, and it's been a pleasure working with him and seeing him get better and grow. And he's a lot of fun to coach. Still waiting for him to rip the goal out of the backboard, but we're going to get that. We got a couple of games left in us to see if we can get that to happen.
Okay, Tyler, good luck next Wednesday
Thank you. I appreciate it.
in the state tournament and cut down the nets there. And we'll go to our next Dragon, Trace Thagerson. Guys, I'm going to go real quick with you guys. We're a little short on time. We got some other guys to get on the show, but we'll do some quick questions with you and let Coach talk about you a little bit. But first off, Trace, what's your plans on after graduation?
I'm really undecided, but I just know I'd like to go in the business route.
Okay, Lane?
I'm going to go play college basketball. I don't know where yet, but out of the options I have, I'm probably going to be playing against Jack, so that'll be fun.
Ethan?
I plan on going Roan State for 2 years to do a chemical engineering program.
Jeremiah?
I'm still undecided whether I'm going to play football or basketball yet. I'm just waiting.
Jeremiah, I know you got some offers in football, and also you getting some looks in basketball.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And, you came from Oak Ridge, right?
Yes, sir.
Where did you play middle school ball?
Robertsville Middle School.
So you know some of your teammates now during middle school?
Yeah, I played with them in 6th grade in AAU. So I know
How
I'm a
did you
little
do
different.
against them?
Against them, I didn't beat them in middle school at all.
Right, yeah.
We came close to go to the, what was it?
Yeah,
can't beat them, join them.
And Jeremiah, what's it like playing for Coach Lockard?
Probably one of the best coach I ever played with, really.
Okay, and what's your hobbies away from the court and the field?
I just played a game. None of them can't beat me in 2K, except for that.
Okay, and talk a little bit about Jeremiah.
You know, Jeremiah he's turned into a multifaceted player. You know, when we first got Jeremiah, we thought, well, we've got another maybe a 4 or 5 guy, and you know, his skill set has improved so much. You know, just because he and Lane both are 6'5", 6'6", doesn't mean that they have to always have their back to the basket, and they both have 2-guard skill and really create problems for other teams. You know, I think Jeremiah defensively always had what he needed. It took us a little bit of convincing him of how good of offensive player he can be, and he's really done that, you know, lately, especially in the tournament run, especially shooting the 3-ball.
Right, he came to Clinton from Oak Ridge along with the Rhodavian Truss.
Yes.
Who's not with us here tonight, but another one of your super seniors, I like to call them. And let's go back to Trace Staggerson there. Trace, let's talk about that shot you made against Oak Ridge. What option were you in that?
The last one.
Save the best for last, right?
Yeah.
Sort of looked designed to me, because when Lane got that pass, he quickly threw it back to you. So he must have knew you was going to be open.
I think that's where their chemistry sort of falls into play. They find each other in so many different ways. It's that's what makes them successful.
And Trace, you're an outstanding athlete. You know, you play football, and you know you were named the region or the district MVP during the district tournament. I know that was special for you. Let's go ahead and talk about that award.
Well, first off, I couldn't have done it without my guys. You know, my teammates are first before anything. I'm a pass-first guy, obviously. I'm all about my teammates. Scoring will come. I'm not worried about scoring at all. So it was just an honor to get that award.
Walter?
Well, no, you, Trey, your older brother played for Clinton, and your dad, which I did play a play of his shots, he would shoot way outside, and you apparently have a lot of his DNA in you. But no, they both of them were very good athletes, and you are too. That's a lot of Thackersons.
Yeah, it is.
And Coach, talk a little bit about Trace.
You know, Trace is, I've challenged Trace since he was, you know, that big. You know, when he first came to high school, obviously it was tough for him. You know, his dad's on the staff. He's grown up around me his entire life, and his brothers already played for me, and my sons had already played for me. And so I held him to a hard standard for him to try to meet up to. You know, I'm still a little upset with him because, you know, he put me as number 3 on the assist leader on the record books over there. But, you know, what he's turned into on the basketball court is, and just to be honest, is above what you could have imagined. He's worked so hard at his perimeter game. He's always been a great ball handler and a great distributor, but now he's sort of stepped forward and become an offensive threat with the basketball. And just a great high IQ guy on the floor, great rebounder. He leads our team in rebounding, leads our team in assists, and you know, just it's been really fun to coach him. And you know, I'm hard on him. I'm hard on all of them, but I love them all. But it is tough for some of them that, you know, that I've known their family or grew up with their moms or dads or known them for a long time, and they want to please you. But an outstanding player.
I love watching Trace play, and Trace, what's it like playing for Coach Lockard?
It's tough because I grew up around him my whole life, like ever since birth, always been around him. Chase being my childhood best friend, Cole being my older brother, my brother being best friends with Cole. It means everything to have him as a coach.
All righty, Lane, let's go to Lane there. Lane, what's it like playing for Coach Locker?
He's a psycho. but I wouldn't just say anything about it, so it's okay.
Lane, I think you're the career leader at Clinton High School in dunks. I think he has more dunks than anybody I've seen ever play at Clinton. Is that?
It's close. Taval, Morris, and Mikhail had quite a few, but Lane's got to be right there with them and a few others. But I tell you, some of his dunks have been really emphatic this year. He's you talk about developing into an outstanding player. I mean, his skill set is at such a high level for a kid that's 6'6". That's hard to teach and it's hard to find. He's really worked hard at it. His biggest thing we've really worked on is his perimeter defense and his ability to offensive rebound. That's where we've challenged him night in and night out, and we challenge you pretty tough on that, and he's really stepped up to the plate for that one.
Walter?
And I know in some years it's hard to get a guy that's around 6'6". And more times than not, you've got 6'2", 6'3". It has to be wonderful to have a guy that's doing as well as he is.
Oh, you just you can't replace it, and and I think and like we talked about, he and Jeremiah are two guys that are really hard mismatches for teams on the offensive and the defensive end. The other night, Lane had, I think it was 3 or 4 straight blocks on the same defensive possession. That's you don't see that very often, and that was a heck of a defensive stand by him.
Yeah, great timing. Well, Lane, who's your favorite team? I think I know the answer.
Every NBA team is the Knicks, but I'm not going to claim them this year.
You have a favorite player?
Okay, Jack. Probably R.J. Barrett.
Mm-hmm. And who would you say who keeps the team loose?
Probably Rupert.
Rupert. And who would you say is the vocal leader of the Dragons?
Either Jack or Thack. They're probably 1 and 2 for sure.
Okay. All right, Lane, switch over here to Ethan Lettner, and talk a little bit about Ethan, Coach. I know his dad played for the Dragons, and I see him sitting alongside of you, sort of like a coach.
He is a full-fledged coach with us. He tracks two or three of our main objectives every night. Our transition game and our action stuff that we're doing, which is really crucial for us at halftime to know if we're running the way we want to run. Are we running and not creating what we want? Are we getting what we want? And actually he's expanded into helping us break down stuff as far as film stuff for players, and he does he does something that as you get older in coaching, he can get the feel for what the guys are feeling, what the guys are thinking, and I keep an open ear to that constantly. He has done an outstanding job for us this season, and honestly, I hate to see him go because it's hard to replace that. He's been an integral part of what we do.
Well, he's an outstanding player too. I think in one JV game, I think he made about 8 3-pointers.
Threes, yeah, he did. He sure did.
So Ethan, would you like to be a coach one day?
It's definitely crossed my mind a couple of times. I've thought about it. It started out as this year as just like a one-time thing. It's definitely different, but I definitely will look into it later on.
Do you have any hobbies away from the court?
If I'm not at court or at school, I mean, I'm just hanging around these guys or just hanging out doing nothing pretty much.
And what's it like being a part of the Dragon program and playing for Coach Lockard?
It's definitely one of a kind. I've always been around different high schools growing up, playing with different teams, and this team's just special. Coaching with Coach Lockard, it's rough, but it's fun. It's definitely something I'll always remember.
And what is the scouting report on Jackson Southside?
They're a tough team, but I mean, I think we're better than them, and then we'll beat them in advance on in the tournament.
Okay. All right, Ethan, and good luck next week. And right now we're going to go ahead and take our next break. We'll be right back to finish up with 5 more Clinton Dragons. You're watching the Locker Room Chat.
I've had the pleasure of serving in Judge Layton's court for the last 16 years, representing victims of domestic violence and also defendants charged with domestic violence. One of his policies that stands out the most is that he requires that every defendant submit to an anger management or batterers intervention class to help stop the cycle of domestic violence in Anderson County. And we need to make sure that he remains on the bench to continue to serve to be that voice for Anderson County.
I'm Don Layton, General Sessions Judge. I ask for your vote and support in the May 3rd Republican primary.
At OEB Law, our home is your home. And your family is our family. And down here, family takes care of family. Giving back and helping out whenever needed. OEB Law is proud to be from East Tennessee. OEB Law feels like home.
We treat you like family at RMG. Bring your junk, cars, aluminum cans. We buy it on the spot and we pay you a lot. We treat you like family at RMG. Yeah, we treat you like family at RMG. We treat you like family.
Rome Metals is located just off of Highway 27 between Harriman and Rockwood.
At Roan Medical Center, we are committed to serving this community and providing the best possible care for our patients. We have 20 medical specialists on staff representing all areas of care in a clean and safe environment. You don't have to go out of town to receive excellence in outpatient services, so please don't delay. The care you deserve is right here, right now. For the moments of need, we are here for you.
Roger Miller is a conservative and lifetime resident of Anderson County who has served as Sessions Judge since 2014. Judge Miller has adjudicated more than 30,000 cases, both civil and criminal, over the past 7 years. Roger is a graduate of Clinton High School, and he volunteers time coaching youth sports and serving as an instructor. A paramedic for 12 years, Roger worked saving lives at the Anderson County EMS, MedFlight 5, and Methodist Medical Center. In 2022, let's re-elect Roger Miller, General Sessions Judge. Alexander Guesthouse Senior Living is Oak Ridge's secret to senior care. Our all-inclusive assisted living and memory care offers 24-hour care, medication management, laundry services, housekeeping services, and assistance with activities of daily living. At Alexander, we treat your loved ones like our loved ones. Our Jackson Suites are $2,000 a month. To schedule a tour, give us a call at 865-294-5489. Alexander Guesthouse, Oak Ridge's secret to senior care.
Welcome back into the Locker Room Chat. We're visiting with the Clinton Dragon boys basketball team as they are state-bound for Murfreesboro. Next Wednesday, we'll be taking on Jackson Southside at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. It's 10 o'clock Central, so Dragon fans, get there early and be loud and proud. I know you will, as cheer these boys on against Jackson Southside, one of the top teams in the state. But Dragons are one of the top teams as well, so it should be an outstanding game. But go ahead and talk with Hunter Rupert here. Hunter has got here a little late. But go ahead, introduce yourself and tell everyone what position you play and what grade you're in.
Yeah, my fault. I was at church. My name's Hunter Rupert. You know, I'm a senior, shooting guard.
Okay, and Hunter, what's some of your hobbies away from the court?
I really don't do nothing, you know what I mean? When we're not on the court, we're all usually together, so.
Okay, Rashawn, some of your hobbies?
When I'm not hooping, I'm usually just on the game with everybody on the team, or just we'll go do something.
Okay. Jackson?
It's Rashawn. If I'm not on the court, I'm usually around these guys, playing them in 2K or Madden, or just hanging out with them.
And Barrett?
Honestly, the same thing, and then also working out.
Tegan?
If I'm not with these guys, I'm with the fam, so.
With the fam. Walter?
Your biggest rival so far this year? Yeah.
Everybody answer this question.
I'm gonna probably say Anderson County.
Okay.
They got some people over there, you know what I mean? So.
Well, Rashawn?
Definitely Oak Ridge, because our games just, when we play them, it's just personal.
Okay. Jackson?
I'm going to say Oak Ridge as well. You know, the Oak Ridge game at home, that crowd, I've never played in such a crowd like that. I mean, it was packed. We had people standing at the entrance. And so, I mean, definitely Oak Ridge.
No cap.
Barrett?
I honestly don't have one, but probably Oak Ridge also.
Oh, I'd say definitely AC.
Okay. Playing Hunter, what's it like playing for Coach Locker?
You know, it's been a lot of different scenarios. You know, we see eye to eye a lot. You know, we got a great connection on and off the floor. But he a little hard on me sometimes, but it's all love, and I know that. So it's definitely cool. He's a great coach.
And just going to ask you, well, I forgot my train of thought there. What's your plans after graduation?
I'm still undecided. You know, I'm probably gonna go to Rome State for the first 2 years, and then kind of figure out what I want to do and go from there.
Okay. And, Rashawn, what's your plans after graduation? You'd like to play on the next level?
I'm still undecided. I've still been thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. And what's it like playing for Coach Locker?
Man, I love playing for Coach Locker. Like, he just like he's so inspirational. Like, he'll get me, like, he makes me play better, like 100%, like every game.
Hey, Jackson, I know you signed with Marable College, and we could just go ahead and expound on that a little bit.
Yeah, currently I'm committed to Marable College for basketball.
Are you just committed? You're not signed yet?
I haven't signed yet. I'm just committed. Yep.
Okay. What's it like playing for Coach Locker?
Playing for Coach Locker, I mean, it's been so much fun the past 4 years. You know, I love playing under a coach who has a lot of energy and likes to get on his players when, you know, they're not doing such and such. And I really just feed off of his energy, you know, on every game day. He's always so, like, hyped up in the locker room before the game because he's so excited just as the players are, and I love that about him.
Okay, Barrett, I know you're a first-year member of the team. You had a lot of size and strength of the team, and what's it like playing this year, playing basketball? I know you're a football guy.
It's been fun. It's been a ride. You know, this is my first year with Coach Locker, but I mean, I'm very grateful for it.
Mm-hmm. And you have several offers, I believe, in football, correct?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. So good luck to you this coming season in football.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
For Coach Keith, I know he's really loves having you on the team.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And we'll go with Tegan there. What's it like being a part of the Dragon program? You're a freshman?
Yes, sir. It's very exciting and very humbling to be alongside these 8 seniors and be alongside the ride with them to the state tournament. So it's been a blessing.
And do you play any other sports?
Yes, sir. I play football as well.
Okay. And what position?
Receiver and DB.
Receiver. Okay. We'll switch back over to Hunter, and Hunter's an outstanding shooter. And Coach, if you would just talk a little bit about Hunter a little bit.
Well, Hunter and I have a standing conversation daily. Hunter, what do you do best? And
make shots.
And that's how Hunter and I communicate during ball games. He's an outstanding shooter. He has worked his way into that, and really one of the best shooters we've had. You know, he's changed a lot of games. He is just like Tyler we spoke of. There's always an X factor, and he's been that X factor and helped us win ball games just by his ability to be able to shoot the basketball. So it's been fun watching him grow that way. So it's exciting.
Okay, Rashawn, you had an outstanding region tournament named the region MVP. If you would just talk about that, how exciting that was.
Man, I really just couldn't have did it without my team. Like, they kept encouraging me to, like, keep scoring and defending, and it just got me going.
Coach
sure.
Walker, talk a little bit about Rashawn.
You know, Rashawn still hasn't even touched some of the things that I can see him doing. He is an incredible athlete, number one, who plays above the rim. He's really worked on his perimeter shot. He's so quick and so explosive. Everybody knows him for his defense, but I was so happy to see him in the region tournament turn it on the offensive end. If anybody has the confidence to step forward coming next week, it should be Rashawn. You know, he is an incredible basketball player and still, I think, getting better every day. And I think people will see that when we show up in Murfreesboro.
Okay, let's go Jackson Garner. What can you say about this young man? Went over 2,000 points the other night against a Volunteer. I think he's made over 400 three-pointers. He holds the school record for three-pointers and just
and the scoring record.
Right.
You know,
is he the career scoring leader now at Clinton?
Well, he's close. He's close.
Who holds that?
Jermaine
okay.
Shepard. Yeah. Jackson is, you know, obviously he's an outstanding scorer. But what people forget, as a freshman, he was our top defender. He's also a great defensive player. He's really worked on his leadership skills. Thackerson has always been a little bit more vocal, and Jackson's been more of a leadership by showing and work ethic, and he's really worked on that part of his game. I think he's going to, you know, he's got an opportunity to show why he's accomplished so much come next week.
And Jackson, what's some of your weaknesses you think is something you need to work on?
Weaknesses, probably, you know, just get stronger and get more explosive. You know, playing ball at the next level, I'm going to be playing 20-year-olds, 23-year-olds, so I'm going to be playing more experienced players. So I say physically just getting stronger and being more explosive.
Well, guys, if everyone come on back up, I want everybody back up here. We got a couple of calls I won't be able to take, but I want to get these guys on here one last time. And guys, if you would, I want everyone to give a shout out. So we'll start with Hunter on the end. Everyone give a shout out.
Yeah, shout out my family, my mom, my dad, and my sister, and my dog.
My dog.
And shout out my mom, my aunt, my cousins, and my little sister.
Jackson.
Shout out to my mom, Jeremy, my mom, Michelle, I'm sorry, my dad, and also my cousins and all my family watching.
All right. Barrett.
Shout out to my family and friends.
Keegan.
Shout out my family and teammates.
Ethan.
I'd like to shout out my family as well, my teammates.
I'd like to shout out my parents, my brother, Split Housley, and all the Clintonians that come out to support.
30 seconds, guys.
Shout out to my family. Shout out to my family and my teammates.
Shout out to my family, my girlfriend, and Split Housley.
Okay.
Coach Housley's going to
Coach Lockhart, any last comments?
You know, I want to thank everybody again for all the support they've given us this year. You know, when you look at that bunch, you heard what they say. They hang out together. They work together. They practice hard together. I love this bunch, and I am hard on them, and I do push them, but I think they're seeing why we've pushed them so hard, and I hope as many people from Clinton can come down to Murfreesboro and support these boys, and thank you. Go Dragons.